ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वाम् अनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनम् देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। My namaskars to you all. We are in the 7th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and in last class we resumed our deliberation and we saw the connect to the verses at hand and how it proceeds from the 6th chapter, Shashtodhyaya. This chapter is called as Jnana Vijnana Yoga, of the yoga of Jnana and Vijnana, that is knowledge and realization or wisdom, you may say. So this second verse in the end of our last talk, we had deliberated that the verse goes like this: Jnanam teham savijnanam idam vakshami asheshatah vakshamya sheshatah yajñatva neha bhuyonyat jnatavyam avashishyate. So this is the verse. Jnanam teham, te to you, aham, me, vakshami, I will tell you, vakshami, I will say this to you, asheshatah, that without leaving anything behind, without leaving anything remaining, asheshatah. What? This knowledge, along with savijnanam, vijnana sahitam, along with this wisdom, knowledge, and knowing such knowledge, this is something so special that after knowing which, here on this, in this life, na iha, iha means here, na iha, here in this life, there will not be bhuyo, that again, anyat, something different, something more, bhuyo anyat, jnatavyam, there will not remaining, avashishyate means remain, there will not remain anything further, more to know. So this is the promise of Bhagavan. These are the words of Bhagavan. So this is what he is saying. So there is such a knowledge that after which there would not remain anything further to know. So, very interesting idea, so to say, to think, to deliberate upon. Can there be anything that one can know? Can any book be there, or can any person be there, or even today's this massive database over the internet, can we say that it is full and final? Nobody says that. That after you have that everything, forget that, after knowing which there would not be anything further to know. Forget about knowing. At least having repository of it. Can any library, physical or virtual, on in the form of now the digital data, can anybody claim that we have all the knowledge which is to be known for, and there is not anything further which is knowable beyond this library? Nobody makes that claim, that because that is not possible. Rather, we say many branches of science as well as knowledge, we can say. So they are evolving. So the courses of engineering or even commerce or about economics, they would be evolving with coming days. They with that time, so they are changing. You cannot remain in the medical science and engineering science of the earlier past. Basics, of course, it will do, but new horizons will be opening up. Research, cutting edge research in different fields like energy, or say suppose materials especially. So one cannot say that. So what is the meaning here? And it is also here in this context, and thus in general, what we say, omniscience, that person who realizes God, he attains this omniscience, sarvagyatva. What does it mean? So here Bhagavan says that having this knowledge, you will not have to know anything further more in this life. Na iha bhuyo jnatavyam, worthy to be known for, worthy to be known. So nothing will remain as such. So everything you would have accomplished or known. Such is the knowledge I am going to give it to you. I am saying this to you. So jnanam teham savidjnanam idam vakshami asheshatha, and I will teach, I will give this knowledge to you without leaving anything back. Now, here is the concept which is very ingrained, and Krishna at this junction can make this promise to Arjuna. After having gone through the verses of second chapter, where we have Jnana Yoga, where we have Sthita Prajna Lakshana, then a Karma Yoga, Karma Sannyasa Yoga, and Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga, etc. And ultimately, sixth chapter, that is Dhyana Yoga. So it is sufficient to say that Krishna is he is quite assured that Arjuna will not misunderstand by such use of words, that there will not remain anything further to be known. So yajñatvat neha bhuyonyat gyatavyam avashishyate. So Arjuna will not misunderstand. So what is apparently, it is not about the empirical knowledge, the knowledge which is gained by applying our sensory data and applying our cogitative and cognitive faculties. So cognitive faculties, that is sensory data, and cogitative faculties with which you apply your reason, past experience, and comparison, simulation. etc., which is not evident by the way you apply your brain and think. You can conclude, you can infer, you can use your logic. So simple saying, this logic, if there is a smoke, then there is a fire. Fire is not evident, it is not cognizable, but you can cogitate and you can infer. So because there is a smoke, there must be fire. Otherwise, how else the smoke is coming out? So these are the faculties we can apply, and we have the empirical knowledge within the domain of our senses, cognitive, and our reasoning faculties, cogitative faculties, then with which we can know the world and other things about the material, etc. But this knowledge, that this is infinite in that sense that it does not stop, it is going to evolve. Physics has not stopped, chemistry has not stopped, biology has not stopped. It will go on going along with it. Okay, even the what is already happened in the past, discoveries in the histories, so that is also being unearthed. So we are knowing about history, what is already concluded, what has already happened, even that is also not conclusive. So in that sense, this is not said that knowing which I am going to give you such knowledge, that knowing which after having that knowledge, that there remains nothing further to know about. So there is nothing like that. So so what Bhagwan is saying, so in Hinduism and in this parampara of pursuit of knowledge, pursuit of the higher aspirations of human beings, what we call as spiritual life, higher pursuits of human beings. So this is transcendental, this is spiritual, this is non-material. The man's quest for something higher than this material world can offer. Not only pleasures, but not even knowledge, going beyond the knowledge of the material world, sensory world, going beyond that. So this is the quest. That quest has been very important, very essential character of the Hindu civilization, the Indian civilization, which prospered right from the bank of Saraswati and Sindhu rivers until today. So this has been a very central theme, very important aspect of our civilization. This was the core factor. Not only that, it appears that it has the highest and topmost importance. The people excelling on this matrix, on this criteria, on this aspect, they were given the highest importance. They were revered as the highest beings, the highest expression, highest achievement of human being can ever have, because it is the ultimate fulfillment of human aspirations. So it is transcending, it is lifting oneself up from the plane of materiality. It is the higher quest, and having this quest fulfilled, and this is the promise, that when you have given up everything, all material pleasures and all material pursuits thereof, and you are after this transcendental, non-material experience. So this material is this experience is so ultimate that after having that experience, there is no further room, scope of being desirous of anything, to know or experience anything. Its bliss is ultimate because it is the form of unity. that there this distinction between knower, to be known, and knowledge, this a distinction, this strike of distinction, which enables any piece of knowledge in on the sensory field. So in that experience, in that highest experience of the unity, this experience, this trika dissolves. There is no further distinction between the knower, the knowledge, and the knowable. They all becomes, the knower becomes the knowable, knower becomes the knowledge, knower is not having the knowledge. Knower and knowledge are essentially the one thing only. This is the nature of that experience. This is therefore, there cannot be further progress than this unity. This is infinite in its own intrinsic nature. Now, so that's why having such knowledge, that's why this knowledge is only referred as, or this experience is only referred as, that having this, you do not seek anything further to know, that there remains nothing further to know. Why does it is said like that? Why is it said like that? So we will know, because we will see that we are as if that there are the spheres, there are the layers of the reality, from this something non-material to then subtle and then gross world of our experiences. So there are layers after layer. So this is the experience, this is the knowledge, that which is more subtle. It has transformed into something more, what is gross, or which is on the lower plane. So this spiritual experience, this experience of the unity, so this is the one having which it was said in the 6th chapter, in the last chapter, Dhyana Yoga, in the 22nd verse. It was said there that verse goes like this: Yam labdhva chaparam labham manyate nadhikam tatah yasmin sthito dukkhena gurunapi vichalyate. It was said in that verse that there is something that after having which, after getting which, after acquiring which, yam labdhva, labdhva जिसका लाभ हो जाने पर, when you get it, yam labdhva, yam, that thing, yam labdhva, cha aparam labham, that no other gain, manyate, will not appear to you greater, no adhikam tatha, greater than that thing. That meaning that, simply put, that there is no greater gain than this thing. This is the highest, greatest thing ever covetable. Not only that, it says yasmin sthito. First, this it says the thing, yam labdhva cha aparam labham, as if getting it. Is it as it it's a thing, or maybe it is instance? And then what is said? Yasmin sthito, being established in it, being situated in it, being in that instance, so to say. Yasmin sthito na dukkhena gurunapi, even if there is a mountain like sorrow, they will not disturb or perturb your mind. Yasmin sthito, when you are in that instance, when you are that, where in that state. So gaining which, you will feel there is nothing further to gain, and being in it, you will see that there is nothing you can lose. Yasmin sthito na dukkhena, dukkha, sorrow, that nothing will disturb your mind. So as if you transcend all gains and losses. So here, in the case of the knowledge, Bhagavan says, as if reiterates that I will give you that knowledge, that after knowing which, after having which, yajñatva, neha bhuyonyat, here in this life, there is nothing further to be known about. So this is what, and what does it mean, that what is that knowing that thing, that you know everything? What is its sense? It one simple example, when these people experience this highest state, and sometime, so that from that highest state their minds slowly has to come down, and in that state, when they can experience as if both, they experience that this whole world is made up of that consciousness only, that as if the of what the state, that highest state they had experienced. So this is that same consciousness has permeated, had overlapped everything. It is through and through permeated in this world. This word again and again you might have heard, ena sarvam idam tatam. Ena sarvam idam tatam. So tatam means covered. Idam, this word sarvam, means everything. In our this Ishavasya Upanishad, one of the oldest Upanishad we can say, Ishavasya Upanishad. In that Ishavasya Upanishad itself, in the first mantra, we see these words. Ishavasyam idam sarvam. Ishavasyam idam sarvam. What is that? Yat kicham jagatyam jagat. So this first line, Ishavasyam. So this Ishvara, as if. So avasyam idam sarvam jagatyam, which can be born, and this jagat, this whole world, jagatyam jagat. So this whole world, it is covered by this, what we refer as God, this consciousness. So to say, this, when we say, when this great Brahmajnanis, they have the experience, where does the world go? Whether that experience is apart from the world, above, whether that unity, that infinity excludes this world? They say no, that everything merges into it. So to say, it does not have. So what is this? Where from this world come from? They say it does not come, neither it comes out of it, neither is goes into it. It's an illusion. When they give an example, so like in a mirror, you go before it and your image appears into it. So you are inside the mirror. So when you go away from the mirror, where does the image goes? Where does the image goes? So image does not come out of the mirror, it comes out of you. It is always you. With you it exists. Without you, it exists in you only. There is mirror is only an instrument which shows it. Mirror does not have anything within it. So this world is, so to say, this illusion. So some illusion to be true, to be experienced, if to be created, it must have some basis. Or without basis of something, there cannot be any illusion. So like a person traveling in a desert, okay, he sees a mirage, okay, and there he sees a pond of fresh water, even trees, and everything. And when he rushes towards it, and then he sees there is nothing but the sand. So it is called as mirage. So to appear mirage, there has to be sand first. Then only mirage can appear. To appear illusion of the world, there has to be something. So this, if this is asat, so there has to be something sat. On the basis of sat, on the basis of that one, so this illusion can be sustained. So as Sri Ramakrishna puts it, so if there is a one, number one, and you can add on zeros after it, so those zeros have meaning. If there is no one, zeros only does not have any meaning, isn't it? So that one, that essentially, that is the truth, that is the reality, that is the higher aspiration and higher pursuit of human being. And they wanted to know what is the ultimate truth, what is the ultimate knowledge. So what is the true reality of everything? Beyond this transitory and evanescent nature of the being and the world, everything which is created. So they wanted to know, so what is the truth? That truth itself manifests in this various form. This illusion is created through the Maya. Their sentient and insentient beings and all the multifarious varied universe comes out of that unity. So knowing that unity, you know, because it has come out of it, and it is what is reflected, has transpired and manifested as thus, has become that one has become many. So you know the one, and in essentially you know the true nature of everything, and thus therefore knowing which there is nothing further left to be known about. So this is the import, this is the meaning, that this is the knowledge, this is the what you say, the meaning of the word omniscience. That some Brahmagani who has such experience, then it is not like that he will learn to drive a motorcycle also, and to drive another kind of, probably a train also, a bus also, and flight also, and ship also. He does not have this empirical knowledge. That if somebody says, your scripture says that after knowing which there is nothing further to be, then how does he does not know that? It is not the import of the verse. There is nothing worthy to be known for. Why would he seek to know it when it's a play, when it's an illusion? Because for us it is real. That's why we hanker one or the other thing. For the person who has got everything what we are perceiving in this world, it has a purpose, it has an aim, it has a goal, it is trying to seek something. What ultimately this chain of seeking one after another leads to, if the person has got already that aim achieved, why should he seek anything further in this life, in this world? So that is the meaning, that there is nothing further left to be acquired. Yam labdhva cha aparam labham manyate na adhikam tatah. 22nd verse, 6th chapter. So this is what Bhagavan says, that this is the thing to be aspired for, to be coveted for. This is what you should be intent upon. So this is what Bhagavan now he is drawing his mind. So how this life has to be approached. For Arjuna, who is on the battlefield, Bhagavan is saying this has to be the approach to the life. The person who is going to be the intense, that midst of the battle, if Bhagavan says, advocates him, that this should be the approach to the battle, that you are seeking this only, there remains no question about everybody of us, every one of us, to present or have an excuse. नहीं, अभी तो बच्चे छोटे हैं, अभी स्कूल जा रहे हैं, अभी धर्म करने का समय कहाँ पे है, अभी कहाँ पे मंदिर में जाएंगे, अभी कहाँ पे शास्त्र पढ़ेंगे, अभी कहाँ पे दीक्षा लेंगे, अभी कहाँ पे जप ध्यान करेंगे. So simply put, this is not the view of Bhagwan or our religion or our parampara tradition. Then we have clearly mistaken. We have not understood what religion or spirituality is. Bhagwan is advocating this to Arjuna before going to the war. So this is the purpose. Now, how does it helps? How it is when translated into our reality in day-to-day life? This what I theoretically understood. All right. So that one has become many. Sri Ramakrishna puts it very wonderfully, and the statement is very wonderful. So in that one sentence, he condenses all of the philosophy. So what is that statement? He says, Shei Brahma, that the same Brahman has transformed, has become Jeev, Jagat and Ishwar, the soul, this world, and the ruler of this universe, Ishwara, God, ruler God, who dispenses things. So that Brahman, which is infinite and which has no qualities therein, and like there are different wheel and everything is dormant, everything is non-apparent. It is pure consciousness.